Good morning, everyone. Right, so I've worked my way up through the woodlands. The last two have got diversions, and I thought, okay, I'll come up and walk Mardon Down. And I didn't know that this existed up here. So it's a horrible, horrible bit of road for that last section. So when I leave here, I'm going to go out through the gate and out that way. That gate is kept shut, so I think that might be partly why I've not seen the car park before. So Redwood Ramble, short circular walk through Halls Cleave. So this is the one I was on the other day. No, it's not, it is a different one. And then the tree trek, that's the joining one. So I'm not sure how far we'll go. We'll go for a wander. Let's see what we can see. So like Sawmill and Halls Cleave where we were the other day, this is obviously working forestry area. I can't believe I've been in this area so often and just not actually found this car park. There you go. But I will say that last bit of road really was horrible. I would come in from the more Hampstead direction instead. So they are working in here, so got to keep half an eye out. I met a lovely guy in the car park. He walks here regularly. He's never seen another car. The fact that there's two other cars has thrown him completely. But he's a lovely guy. And he said it's always quiet here, where it isn't in other places. I suspect, in fact, I think I probably know, this is going to be very hilly again. So we'll see how far I go. But it's just nice to be out somewhere different. And somewhere a bit quieter on a weekend. You all know I try and avoid people. Not completely antisocial. There really are so many people with dogs these days who just aren't aware, and it's not worth it. Look at that stunning tree on the left there. This is where I really would like to know more about my trees. Wildlife I'm pretty good on, but trees and flowers, not so good. I've noticed there's actually a mid-Devon walking festival. I found a leaflet for last year's one. I might see if there's one this year, because I'd quite like to join a couple of hello guys of the easier walks. Particularly there is a good guide to learn a bit more. Different ways here, but looks like the main route is straight ahead, so I'll carry on that way. Also, these tracks are quite nice to walk on. They're a bit slippery because of the mud. They're nice on my knees. It really is lovely and peaceful out here. The gentleman, as I met, did warn me that it was muddy, and he was right. So do just have right footwear on. The gate to the car park being closed is because Mardon Down does have loose livestock. There are cattle and ponies. So what I would say is, although there shouldn't technically be any livestock in here, this isn't one I'd choose to walk if you thought your dogs might chase. Because if someone has left that gate open, it wouldn't take much for the cattle to get in. Really is a lovely field down here, and a much more gradual hill, so hopefully we won't have that sort of really steep hill to go back up that I had the other day from Halls Cleave. As you can see, the dog's having a wonderful time. This would actually be a really nice area to do some dummy training in, because this is really good cover, but obviously they're not finding it too prickly. Definitely one to remember. Merlin, play nice. Good boy. And again, very different feel to the other parts of woods we've been walking in. I just love how this happens. You can be in the same forest or same woodland or really not far apart, and it's just a whole different feel. There's a lovely, I'm not sure if you can see it, but stone wall running all through here. Isn't that lovely? Great workmanship. Tree down. Looks like I'll be able to get around it though. Probably. Well, yeah, it's nice and easy for you to. Probably this way. Oh no, it looks like someone's gone that way. Well done, guys. That is a really sizable tree. Good boy. You pose in. Right. Hey guys. Definitely camera down for me to go down there. This is how pathetic my knees and balance are these days. I'm really struggling to get down there. I might just go the other way and look for a route on the other side. Well, that was the answer. I ended up going through the tree, same as the dogs. It got us there. As we're coming to the area they're working in, we've got that wonderful smell of freshly cut pine again, which is just so lovely. And completely different from the sort of artificial scents you get, isn't it? And I can hear the river. I'm going to be interested to see where we come out. I suspect I'll get to the bottom and then maybe turn and head back up. But yeah, I'm interested to see where we come to. Okay, so both tracks head this way, and we've got work going on up there, so I'll call dogs back this way. Guys, come on. Well done. And we'll carry on. It is going to be a long, hard slog uphill on the way back. That is the only downside of all these walks, starting at the top of the woods. We're back onto that surface track. Not so great for me and my knees, but nice for a lot of people. And very tall stand of trees. Is it the redwoods? It is, right. So I know exactly where we are. Good girl. We'll go to the bottom here and then we will head back. But I'll explain how this links up to the route I did last week. These trees really are spectacular. And although they look out of place with everything around them, in a way they also look like they fit just right as well, if that makes sense. Right, last week, for those of you who joined us will remember, we walked a walk from Halls Cleave East car park, and we came right along the top there, down here, came out to here, and the long version of the walk would have come up where we are now, but I decided, as we had a long slog up the hill the opposite direction to get back to the car park, we carried on round that way and looped back that way. So that is how this all joins up and becomes circular walks. Now, I'm not up for that much today. We are going to turn around and head back where we came, but it's lovely to see how this car park links in with the others. Don't get quite the same impression of these trees as we did last week from further away, but they're still wonderful. And we're going to head back this way. It is nice that we can see and hear the waterfall coming down through the woods, isn't it, puppy? I thought I could hear children. We've got people coming up behind us, so I'm going to stay well out of the way and let them go ahead. Now, that owner was lovely and honest with us and said her dog is not friendly in the least. So that's obviously why they've come out to a quieter area. They're a lot fitter than me. We'll let them carry on, and then we'll carry on too. It's all good, isn't it, guys? This isn't a bad spot to sit for a while. If only I'd told my younger self that falling off horses and out of carriages for a living wasn't going to leave my body in the best state. But there you go, I probably wouldn't have listened. And I will keep doing these walks all while I can, however slowly it is. Merlin's found a collie for a game. This lady's a lot fitter than I am, but she said, yeah, this whole section is just a slog. It just goes on forever. Some days I feel like giving up on doing this type of walk. This is one of those days. I'm really struggling. I knew it'd be a slog back up. I didn't think it would be quite this bad. I've only seen one person past me. The other two girls have got lost and turned round. But yeah, not one to be underestimated, to be honest. You do need to be fairly fit for this one. The song's lovely, but I am missing two dogs. There's one. Hey, little man. Good boy. Good boy. Where's that sister of yours? There she is. Good lad. Good boy, Melly. Hee. Good girl. Yeah, you're not quite as young and fit as you were, are you? Good girl. Right, we're coming out into a bit of sunshine. And this is actually starting to get a little bit easier. During the lockdowns, everyone was comparing how far they could walk or run in an hour. These hills, and why I didn't join in any of that. Very different to walking on the flat. But I'm now on a nice doable section, and I know I'm just going to go through the tree this time. And there we go. Now the other side. That wasn't so bad. Well done, you two. When I was talking about it being a gradual track on the way down, this is the section I meant, and it really is quite pleasant. It is just lovely in here. Good boy. Good girl. They're actually starting to tire. Wow. We're getting there. We're getting there. She really does camouflage well, doesn't she? Oh, it really is lovely here. But I don't want her heading off that way towards moors. Ozzy, this way! Now! Good boy. She just does push her luck sometimes, doesn't she? Good girl. Good boy. Well done. Looking back behind us gives some idea of gradients. We've been going up. We're getting there. We're on our way back to the car park. The wood piles are in sight, which is promising. So as we come back to the car park here, is it a walk harder again? No, not for me. If you're a fell runner or a canicross runner and you're good with gradients, what a brilliant little spot. Quiet, peaceful, and links into so many other walks. I could possibly link it into other walks to make for an easier section back. That would be one way to do it. But to be perfectly honest, not for me. But a lovely spot for right people. So there we go. That was Mardon Down area of Fingle Woods. Very nice. Joins up really well with the other tracks. That was 3.5 miles I've just done down there and back. Yeah, making it into a circular walk we could have done, but it is still that same slog back up, however you do it. So there you go, not the route for me, but glad I've done it. But for others, that will be absolutely perfect. So I hope you've enjoyed coming along with us today. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you all soon.